first time those closest to me asked about my sudden obsession and immersion into fitness, I really didn't have a simple answer. Other than it just felt right.
Push up. 25 step-ups. Did you get that, Brandon?
You know, sometimes life nudges you in a direction that doesn't come with a nice packaged explanation. It's like you're following a whisper from inside, trusting that the reason will become clear as you go. So I told them the same thing I was telling myself. I don't know exactly why yet. It just feels right, and I'm going to let that be enough for now. Those first few weeks, they were certainly a test of faith. And it's not that, I was doing in and of itself anything heroic. It had just been so long since I'd pushed myself to, I guess, such extremes.
Wait a minute. Give me 10 seconds. 10, 9, don't you stop until we're done. 7, harder. 6, 5, climb that mountain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Don't go down. Walk it out. Do not go down.
Every lift, every moment of exhaustion, it really did feel like stepping into unknown territory. I mean, little things, finishing up some of those intense circuit workouts or interval workouts, and just being so happy sitting on my balcony staring off into space. I mean, I hadn't felt that type of exhaustion probably since doing 2K tests in college on the rowing team.
So we're trying to build that person that's 16% body fat that's not carrying extra body fat, that can do this shit because this is life. Through movement, we're trying to evolve people so they can fucking enjoy this. So this is what we're talking about. Yes, we're training for life. And that's the whole difference of this. We're trying to condition you to do life. In life, you don't pick up one thing one time and put it back down. That's not realistic. It's through the repetitions through life. And that's why we ask you to do reps in your nutrition, your stretching, your breathing, all these things. It's the repetitions. And that's what we're trying to evolve out to be different. The hybrid athlete, the superhero.
Or, throwing up mid-workout, which, again, in and of itself it's like, who cares, right? But when you're in it, it signifies, oh, wow, right? I'm pushing myself to the max here. And when there's no clear destination in sight, that's when, your lizard brain starts asking you, dude, why? It feels a little foolish to be doing this. But I kept coming back to that idea from Jim Rohn. It's not always about the destination. It's who you become along the way.
There's one of the things I've noticed about pain or just putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. You really appreciate the absence of pain and discomfort. Like yesterday I didn't do a workout like this. And so I could have come out here and sat down 20 times and it would have meant a lot less than what it means now. Just because sitting here and breathing in comfort feels like such a perk or reward. Yeah, you really appreciate the absence of pain when you're doing something like that. And there's something to be said for that. That's perspective. That's gratitude. How is that not a reminder to be grateful for things going right? To be grateful to have the people in your life while they're here and your health while you have it, instead of waiting till it's gone. Be like, man, that was pretty special.
And slowly, what's been fun to experience is that discomfort starting to feel like a companion.
Painful. Release, let it go. And we're going. Breathe. Sweating?
Yeah, I'm sweating profusely. A sign that I'm growing into someone who can handle more than I imagined I could. There's an excitement with it. because during those moments of duress and exhaustion, I associate them with growth.
I think it did what it had to do. It is not a fun experience though. So my tightness comes from my lats. So she digs under the armpits and releases all that stuff. So it sucks, but it's what you gotta do. And she's awesome too, which makes it so much better. Like the fact that she's just a cool human being just makes it a little more tolerable. So I'm not even sure if we call that a massage. Is that a massage?
Does a beat down.
I think it's...
I finally did it, dude.
What'd you do?
I changed the order. I didn't get the skillet.
Oh, you've got some pretty substantial skill at what you do.
I've been addicted to the skillet.
I'm gonna let that slide.
We can hash it out later.
And then, after months, just as I'd hoped they might, things started to materialize. The random puzzle pieces that by themselves I had a very difficult time explaining other than saying it felt right, well, those pieces started to come together and form a clear picture. My workouts became the heartbeat of a new apparel line, something real and tangible that not only aligned with my passion, but it's something I've been dabbling with to various degrees for years. And it's like there was that aha moment where the dots connected in my head. And then there's the storytelling component, right? These stories turned into another branch of the media company that I love so much. They allow me to capture that real, raw transformation. You know, it's one thing to talk and philosophize about life, and there's value in that, and I love to do that. But to be in the trenches with a camera behind you, showing the ups and downs, leading from the front, to me, there's just something special there. And then there's the third, often overlooked piece, which is the community. For those who work from home or perhaps immersed in their businesses or whatever they're doing, sometimes the community side of things lacks, and it's a really big piece. So not only on the digital side of things to be able to share some of this, but also in person, you know, working out with friends and loved ones, bringing people into the fold, creating a team of folks that can consult and help me in certain areas. It's nice. It's nice not to feel like it's you against the world. And again, all of this has transpired from a decision to immerse myself in a totally different lifestyle, to push myself towards horizons that I'd never explored before. And so here's what all this means, right? This sense of inspiration, this newfound energy, it's not just a nice to have. And I think that's the point that I'd love every listener to take away. Being inspired is essential. It ripples into everything I do. From the way I serve my audience at Your World Within to how I write my speeches and run my business, it's the fuel that keeps everything alive. And you don't wait for that inspiration to arrive at your doorstep. You go out and you meet it halfway by stepping into an unknown, by starting before you're ready. Even when the finish line doesn't exactly make sense, when the picture's not exactly clear. If you hang in there long enough, it will be. That's the full circle. What began as a leap of faith turned into a journey of finding clarity, purpose, and a whole new level of inspiration. So, if you're inside, looking out your window, waiting for the stars to align, the perfect time for your journey to begin, let me remind you that that moment does not exist. You can have everything, but it's all dependent upon you taking that first step, even if you don't know exactly where it leads.
Palm trees in the desert are just, it's a contrast that's just so cool. It's like David Beckham in the suit with tattoos. They shouldn't go together, but they do, and it's so f***ing cool, you know?
Yeah, same concept.
Same.